Imagine signing your name to roughly 400 lists, each one containing names of people you've personally approved for execution. About 44,000 names. And next to some of them, a note in the margin, "Beat, beat, beat." That man was Joseph Stalin. This is the story of how a cobbler's son from Georgia became the deadliest ruler of the 20th century. He was born Joseph Jugashvili on December 18, 1878, in Gori, a small town in Georgia, part of the Russian Empire. His father was a violent alcoholic who beat the family regularly. His mother, Keke, had one dream for her son: he'd become a priest. At 7, smallpox left his face permanently scarred, pockmarks he'd later have airbrushed out of photographs. A childhood accident left one arm shorter than the other. From the start, he was learning to conceal his flaws. Keke got her wish, almost. In 1894, 16-year-old Joseph won a scholarship to the Tiflis Theological Seminary. He sang in the choir, studied scripture and underground, consumed Marxist texts and organized secret meetings. By 1899, expelled, officially for missing exams, really for becoming a revolutionary. He went underground, got arrested 7 times by the Tsarist secret police, escaped 6, and in June 1907, he organized an attack in a Tiflis city square. Roughly 40 people died, and 341,000 rubles vanished into Bolshevik funds. Stalin ran it from the shadows. The seminary student had become a gangster. Around 1912, he adopted the name Stalin, Man of Steel. Lenin brought him into the inner circle, but even Lenin had doubts. A private 1922 letter warned the Communist Party that Stalin was too rude and should be removed. The party read that letter after Lenin's death in January 1924 and voted to bury it. History's most consequential shrug. Over the next 5 years, Stalin played rivals Trotsky, Zinoviev, Kamenev, and Bukharin against each other, destroying each faction before turning on his temporary allies. By 1929, he stood alone, and with total power came total consequences. Starting in 1929, Stalin forced the collectivization of Soviet agriculture, seizing or destroying roughly half of all Soviet livestock. Famine swept the country. Between 1932 and 1933, an estimated 5 to 7 million people starved. In Ukraine, grain quotas were enforced even as villages died, a pattern so deliberate that many historians and dozens of governments now recognize it as genocide. The Holodomor. Stalin saw the reports. He kept the quotas. The killing continued. Between 1936 and 1938, the Great Terror saw approximately 750,000 people executed by firing squad and over 1 million more sentenced to the Gulag, labor camps that held close to 2 million people at their peak. Stalin signed the orders personally. Around 400 execution lists, roughly 44,000 names, his handwriting confirmed in archives opened in 1992. His second wife, Nadezhda, died by suicide in 1932 after a dinner argument with him. He wept at the funeral, then kept working. Then came his greatest test. June 22, 1941, Germany launched Operation Barbarossa, the largest invasion in history. Stalin vanished for roughly 10 days, retreating to his dacha, unreachable. His terrified inner circle debated whether he had broken. He eventually returned and proved ruthlessly effective. He relocated over 1,500 industrial factories east of the Urals while fighting raged in the west. The cost was staggering. Approximately 27 million Soviet citizens died in the war, the highest toll of any nation. But in May 1945, they won. Joseph Stalin died on March 5, 1953, from a stroke at his Kuntsevo dacha. His bodyguards, too frightened to disturb him without being summoned, left him on the floor for hours. When his inner circle finally arrived, they delayed calling doctors. Whether that was deliberate, historians cannot say for certain. He died as he had lived, surrounded by people too afraid to help him. 3 years later, Khrushchev delivered the secret speech to the 20th Party Congress, naming Stalin's crimes to the faithful who had served him. Delegates wept. The Eastern Bloc trembled. He had ruled 29 years. The policies attributed to him killed somewhere between 6 and 20 million people, and the fact that that range is so vast tells you everything about how hard history still struggles to contain him.